The way the Abuja real estate market is structured, it is structured in a way that the development of this entire city is put upon the shoulders of both developers and also coming from the governmental point of view. Right, these two entities are the power players when it comes to the development of the entire FCT, as it were. Right, and for a lot of persons, when they are buying into estates at certain point in times, they feel like they are being cheated while they are investing into estate lands inside the city of Abuja. And this said topic came to play while I was having a conversation with a client a few days back, right? And then they said something, they are a couple, right? And then they said something that they do not want to buy any land inside an estate, that they want to build based on their personal preference and also build based on their own policy and not following the policy of any developers who were inside the city of Abuja. And it came to my mind that a lot of people still have this same ideology, right, when they want to buy real estate in the city of Abuja. And in this said video, I'll be trying to explain to you the importance that the developers play in this said sector and also why you should try considering investing into estate land if you are that said investor, if you are that said client who you really do not want to play under the policy of estate developers in this very city. And if you're that said investor or that said client, then do ensure to stay till the very end because this is going to be a very, very educative one for you as a client. My name is Alifine David and I am the real estate broker in the city of Abuja who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate, educating you and also bringing you the most affordable real estate investment opportunities in this very city. Now, the most important part or the most important role that developers play in terms of helping clients and also helping investors in the Abuja real estate market is the title document. I have stated severally in some of my past video sessions that the title document plays a very, very crucial role when it comes to investing into the Abuja real estate market, and this is a very, very important topic. While developers, they are the ones in charge of looking over the title and also doing due diligence, as it were, before they put out any product to you. Emphasis on the word developers who know what they are doing in terms of playing in the Abuja real estate space. Severally, I have also mentioned that in Abuja, we have two different types of title documents, as it were. We have the customary title and also we have the statutory title. And if you are well aware of the right ones for you to invest in to avoid revocations and also avoid demolitions, then that is one of the most important parts that developers plays in this very city. Secondly is that if you choose to buy properties in the city of Abuja and you do not want to consider investing into estate plots, then one of the main priorities that should be your concern is doing due diligence. Now, due diligence, there are several ways for you to do diligence in the city of Abuja. I've mentioned that in one of my past video sessions where I talked about the legal search and also the window search. And in order for you to be on the safe side when it comes to investing into the city of Abuja, you have to be able to know how to conduct due diligence in this very city, right? And with you not doing that said due diligence, you are liable for both revocations. You're liable to sabotage your investment or sabotage that's the property you are wanting to buy, right? And without you doing due diligence, you can fall into several traps and also be burnt as it concerns investing into the Abuja real estate market. Another important thing that you need to know if you're that an investor who do not want to invest into estate lands, they are the land use of lands inside the FCT, as it were. Right? In Abuja, I have stated severally that this is a purpose-built city. Whatever development you are seeing in any location inside the said city, it was purpose-built. Like it was meant to be there. There is no structure inside the FCT that was not planned by the International Planning Associates, except it is an illegal building and it is liable for demolition or revocations in the nearest future. But apart from that, every other infrastructure you are seeing, every other development you are seeing inside this very city was initially planned by the International Planning Associates. Right? What I'm trying to say is that in Abuja, we have land designated for commercial use, we have land designated for residential use, we have land designated for religious use, we also have land designated for educational centers and all of these set things when it comes to living in a particular location, right? And with you buying the wrong property, right, you cannot be able, as an individual, right, you can, right, you can be able to change the land use, but the process of you following that said changing of the land use would take a lot of time. right? And these are some of the things you should know, and also some of the things developers help investors to do behind the scenes that you will not be told before you invest into any estate property you're investing into in this very city. The next thing you have to look out for when it comes to investing into Abuja as a city is the building approval. Whether you're buying for investment, whether you're buying to live in that said house and you have the purpose of building a house in that very land, then you should have a building approval, right? And the process of acquiring a building approval is one that, as an investor, you do not want to go through that hassle and also go through that stress, right? These are some of the things you should consider as an investor who is having that ideology that you are being cheated, right, when it comes to investing into the Abuja real estate market. All these things I just stated now that seems as though it is very long, they are under one category, which is the administrative part of things. Right, so they have to do with the title and also they have to do with the building approval process of this entire land. There are other factors that you have to consider, like the security of the entire environment you are trying to invest into. How secure is it? How developed is it? And other major things that you have to look out for. Then, if you're that investor who is buying for the purpose of investment, one thing I can tell you for a fact as a player in the real estate sector in the city of Abuja is that whatever property you're buying inside an estate for the purpose of investment is worth way more than another property you're buying outside of an estate. Therefore, if you have a 4-bedroom terrace duplex inside an estate in Lokogoma, right, it can be worth 70 million naira. And that same 4-bedroom terrace duplex outside of an estate can be worth way less than what it is worth inside the estate, right? So this provides you with a lot more advantages as an investor if you are buying real estate for the purpose of investment in the city of Abuja. Another crucial thing you have to look out for as an investor who is buying land outside of an estate is that you have to ensure that your seller is a genuine seller. Therefore, that said property has not been sold to 20 other people, right? I have seen several circumstances where somebody is buying a property outside of an estate and that same property has been sold to 5 other people. And as at this very point, they don't know who owns the property. And if you're that an investor who is considering investing outside of an estate, this is one thing you should put into a very, very good consideration before you go ahead to make purchase or make payments for that very land. Another crucial thing when it comes to investing outside of an estate is that you have to face the Monilas, right, as they are called. You have to face the community youth. Whether you just bought the land, you have to settle the community youth. Whether you are starting your excavation, you have to settle the community youth. Whether you are about to open your house, right, you have to also still settle the community youth. And these are some of the things that buying a land inside of an estate exempts you from. Right, you are not in a part of the people who, when they are building their house, you'll be disturbed by Monilas or disturbed by the community chiefs or the community youths, as it were. The last thing I would want to point out for you in this very video is that you should consider government interest in that very location. I did a video very recently where I talked about the Land Use Act of 1978 and also the FCT Act of 1976. And then I stated some things that have been drafted inside that particular act, that if your land has been revoked and there are some certain terms, right, that brought about the revocation of that very land, at some certain point in time, you are eligible for a compensation, right? But at some other point, you are not eligible for a compensation when it comes to revocation of that very property. And some of these things is that you are overriding public interest. Therefore, if there was a road that was meant to be here, and then before the government got interested in that very location, you went ahead and you built a house on that very road, the only thing the government can do is that they come and they demolish that property. And at that particular point, you are not eligible for a compensation, as it were. So do ensure to stay on the safe side of the law and also stay on the safe side of the master plan of Abuja as it comes to the development of this very city. These are some of the things you should look out for as an investor who is looking to invest outside of an estate inside the city of Abuja. If this video has been insightful for you so far, do ensure to like this video and also drop a comment. Once again, my name is Alifne David and I am the real estate broker in the city of Abuja who is committed to bringing you the absolute best of real estate, educating you and also bringing you the most affordable real estate investment opportunities in this very city. I'll see you in our next session. Until then, stay safe.